Hi everyone, welcome to Grammarly Speaking. Do you ever feel like even though you've been studying English for years, there are still new things to learn? Well, you're not alone. Even native speakers discover new things about their own language all the time. Today we're diving into 10 super common English words that you hear every day, like toast, milk, or bottle. But guess what? They have some surprising advanced meanings too. Let's explore them together, and trust me, you'll never hear these words the same way again. So grab a snack, settle in and get ready for 10 English words you know, but you don't know. Let's begin. Word number 1, toast. Now let's talk about toast. When I say toast, you probably imagine a delicious piece of bread, golden and crunchy from the toaster. But what if someone tells you, you're toast? Well, that's not about breakfast anymore. When someone says, you're toast, it's a warning that they're mad at you and they think you've done something wrong. And let me tell you, it's not a nice thing to hear. In fact, it's like a mini earthquake in the world of English. People use it to show that they're really upset. Imagine you borrowed your friend's bike without asking and you scratched it. Your friend might say, "Hey, I'm really mad that you scratched my bike. You're toast." That means they might punish you, maybe by giving you a bad grade or telling your parents. So if you hear this phrase, better check yourself because you've definitely done something you shouldn't have. Number 2, milk. We all love a nice cold glass of milk with our breakfast, right? But did you know there's an idiom in English that involves milk? It's the phrase, to milk something. And here's where it gets interesting. It's not about making cheese or butter. No. When someone says they're milking a situation, they're taking advantage of it to get as much benefit as possible. Picture this, you're at school and a big project is due tomorrow, but you haven't started yet. You ask your friend for help and they pretend to be busy studying. Looks suspicious. If your friend does this often, they might be milking your need for help. Instead of actually assisting, they're pretending to work hard to make themselves look good. So remember, just like milk turns sour if it's left out too long, people can become unpleasant if they're only interested in benefiting themselves. Number 3, bottle. Have you ever seen those plastic bottles filled with water? Well, we use the word bottle in English to mean more than just a container. We can also use it to describe the way we keep our emotions in check. It's called to bottle up your feelings. Imagine this, you're at home and your parents are arguing. You want to share your worries with your best friend, but you decide to keep quiet. You're not ignoring your feelings, you're putting them in a metaphorical bottle, trying to hide them. This could be a way to avoid thinking about uncomfortable emotions like sadness, anger, or fear. But here's the thing, keeping feelings bottled up isn't healthy. It's like trying to hide a ball inside a box with no windows and no doors. The ball keeps pushing against the walls until something gives. Similarly, when we hold on to our feelings too tightly, it can be tough for us to feel happy and at peace. It's better to talk about our feelings with someone we trust, like a family member, a friend, or even a therapist. They can help us sort through the mess, offering support and advice. And once we open up that metaphorical bottle, we can finally take a deep breath and feel lighter. Number 4, crash. When we think of the word crash, we usually picture a car hitting another vehicle or something. But did you know that crash can also be used in other situations? Let's imagine a popular party in town and you're not invited. Oh boy, what do? You crash the party. That means you show up without being invited. People usually do this when they want to have fun. You can also use this to talk about when your computer stops working properly. You can say, my computer crashed. So remember, crash isn't just about cars. It can be about parties and technology too. Number 5, cloud. Clouds float in the sky and look very cool. But clouds can also be found somewhere else, your computer. If you save stuff on a cloud, it means you're storing it in a place where you can access it from anywhere. Imagine your bedroom floor. What happens if you leave your toys and clothes all over the place? It becomes a mess. But if you put everything in their places, it's much more organized. Saving stuff on a cloud is like putting things in their places. Everything is neat and easily accessible. And when someone says, his mind was clouded by anger, it means he couldn't think clearly because he was too angry. Number 6, drop. When something falls from a height, we say it drops. But there's another meaning of drop that is quite sneaky. To drop a hint is a phrase that means to give a small sign about something without saying it directly. Imagine you really want some pizza. You can't just say, hey, I want pizza now. Right? That's not polite. So what do? You drop a hint. Maybe you say, man, I really wish I had pizza, or I'm craving pizza. These are hints that you would like to have pizza. You're not saying it directly, but you're letting people know that you want pizza. So if someone drops a hint, try to understand what they're indirectly telling you. It could be a suggestion or an idea. After all, it's always better to communicate openly. But sometimes a little hint is all it takes to understand each other better. Number 7, drive. When we think of the word drive, we often picture a car moving on the road. But this word has many meanings in English. We can use it as a verb, not just to describe physical movement, but also to talk about how we influence or cause something to happen. If you say, she drives change, it means that she causes changes to happen. Imagine your team at work is always doing things the same way. But you want to try something new. You suggest a change. Your boss likes the idea and says, yes, let's do it. So your suggestion drives change at work. Or maybe you have a friend who always seems to succeed. You could say, she drives success. This means that she works hard and makes smart choices that help her achieve her goals. Number 8, table. The word table brings images of desks and chairs in our mind. It's all about furniture. But wait, there's more. The verb to table can have two different meanings depending on where you are. In the United Kingdom, to table a proposal means to introduce it. Imagine you're at school and you have an idea for a new activity during recess. You can table your proposal to your teacher, which means you're presenting it to them. In the United States, however, to table something means to postpone it. If you're not happy with your new shoes, you can ask to table the purchase, which means you're postponing or delaying buying them. Remember, the same word can have different meanings in different countries. So if you hear someone say, to table, ask for clarification to understand the full story. Number 9, sharp. When you see a knife, you probably think of the word sharp. It's the quality of having an edge that can cut things. But did you know that people can also be sharp? Someone who is described as sharp is intelligent and good at understanding things quickly. They're like a detective who solves mysteries. But how do we use sharp to talk about people? We say, she has a sharp mind. It's a compliment. We're saying that she's smart and learns things fast. There's another fun way to express this idea. You can say, he's sharp as a tack. Imagine a tack, a small nail. It's pointy and can be very precise. Just like a sharp knife, a sharp person uses their intelligence in a focused way. Number 10, light. When we talk about light, we usually think of sunshine or a lamp. But the word light can also mean not serious or not heavy. Take a look at your backpack. When it's filled with books, it feels heavy. But when it's almost empty, it feels light. The same goes for tasks. If you have lots of work to do, it can seem difficult and tiring. But if you have very little to do, it can seem easy and fun. We can describe something that is easy as light. For example, I have a light workload today. And you can also use light to make fun of someone or something. For example, she tried to solve a complicated math problem with a light approach. So remember, the word light can have different meanings in different situations. So pay attention to the context to understand its meaning. And that's it, 10 everyday English words that you know, but you don't know they have deeper, advanced meaning.
Like, share, and subscribe Grammarly Speaking for more informative videos.